Hello everyone and welcome to another Try Forex Power Hour. I'm Marcello. Today is June 18th, 2014. I'm going to do today what I've done for years, which is an analysis of the markets and evaluation of our biases, which are based upon the 5 p.m. Eastern time close of our daily bars. So how does it work? What is our formula for success here? So basically at 5 p.m. Eastern time, we determine what the bias is. Now, what is the bias essentially? It tells us whether we're clicking the buy button or the sell button, in short. So that means if we believe that the market has a high probability of moving up on a particular instrument, currency pair, then we will have a buy bias. We will take buys, and vice versa for sells. Very simple. How do we execute? Two ways to execute. Number one, take a set and forget it trade. Or two, we day trade in the direction of our bias using our pods for bigger profits. Okay, so guys, let's go ahead and take a look at the charts really quickly. All right, so for the most part, most of the day was very, very uneventful, to say the least. And then we had the FOMC minutes, and basically things went haywire. Basically, what was said is that we will more or less keep interest rates low for a considerable time to come. Okay, which means that we've gained strength, or all the other instruments, including the stock market. We're going to see gains against the U.S. dollar in all of these different pairs, according to those fundamentals. And we're actually at a good place for that to happen as far as the euro dollar is concerned, and some of these other currency pairs as well. So what we stayed within our ranges as we thought we would the entire day, and then we shot through and shot above the ranges to where we currently are. Now, honestly, this is still within a secondary range here on the euro dollar. We could see a drop on the euro dollar, but considering what we have and really, guys, I would be tentative about this, meaning I would not go in as heavy as I'm accustomed to doing. But we could still have the event of a consolidation bias. I'm going to go ahead, given what we've heard from a fundamental standpoint, I'm actually going to be looking for a bounce, a buy off of 1.3571. So about 50 EMA, I'm going to be looking for a bounce off of 135.71. So look for some kind of occurrence right in that vicinity. I'm going to look for price to go up here on the euro dollar. Now that is kind of an iffy bet, so I'm not going to go heavy on that because we haven't seen a concretization, if you will, of a trend, a buy trend here, because we're still technically in the consolidation zone. I'm going to look for price to come down to 135.71, bounce, potentially head to the upside. If not, then we're going to see more consolidation in this area. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for here on the euro dollar. On the dollar Swiss, I think it's clear here as well. I think we can look for, we have the 200 EMA on the daily here at 89.77, which we could definitely see a sell-off from. Now, this did close below its consolidation zone, if you will. And so what we're going to look for is price to come up to 89.77 or in that vicinity, very close. And then we're going to look for a sell on the dollar Swiss. If we don't get that, then we're going to be looking for more consolidation to play this thing out. But for the time being, I'm going to be looking for a sell on the dollar Swiss, a buy on the euro dollar. Now the pound dollar is an interesting case as well. The pound dollar has not broken 1.70. Okay, now it seems to be staying within its consolidation zone. So where is this consolidation? Basically at 169.21 was the previous low. We got down to 169.17. 4 pips difference, and you can see the market just really exploded right off that area, right back to the top at 1.70. Am I going to take a buy play on this? I mean, I think that the market is capable of giving us a buy here, but I don't. I'm not going to. I'm going to look for a break of the highs at 1.70 for a buy. If there is a potential for a buy, it's going to be at the break of 1.70. We're at 169.87 right now. I want to see a break of 1.7009. The market to pass that for me to be looking for future buys, and then potentially this area that was once our our Bollinger, which was our support area, or sorry, our resistance area, could one day would then become our support area at 1.70. We look for opportunities to buy at that point. Okay, and so that's what I'm looking for on the pound dollar. Dollar yen was moving up. What did I say? I said look for it to get up to trend line at 102.46, and it went up to 102.37. So within 9 pips of that, and you can see that it sold right off, right back into consolidation. What am I going to be looking for here in the dollar yen? That's going to be a tough one because we are still way in a consolidation. I'm going to need to see a break of this trend line for me to consider taking a sell here on this dollar yen. For that reason, I am probably not going to be taking trades. I'm going to watch this currency pair for tomorrow, most likely. See what happens with these yen pairs. Aussie dollar exploded up right back into consolidation. All of these are back in consolidation, guys. I mean, really just back in consolidation. We won't know what's going to happen until we need another day. You know, looking at this Aussie dollar, I don't even want to make a call on the Aussie dollar because from where we are, we're in consolidation, and this is more of that consolidation. We sell, we buy, we sell, we buy. There's nothing that's really holding us there, so I'm going to wait and see where price goes from here. Okay, so what that means is I'm not making a call on the Aussie dollar for the time being. It has not broken this consolidation zone. It would have to get above this trend line and definitely close above the 94.36, which is the previous high. And then I'm going to be looking for some buys at that point. Euro yen, interestingly enough, did exactly what we said it was going to do. We said it was going to hit the trend line at 138.79 and bounce down off of it, and that's exactly what happened, closing at 138.52. So there's about a 20 pip play or a 30 pip play in there somewhere. What am I looking here? We've got more consolidation. So we've got more consolidation on the euro yen. Okay, so we've got to look for more consolidation on the euro yen, and then we'll go from there. Pound yen. Now this pound yen is interesting currency pair because what it did is it was perfect. It went right up to our 80 Bollinger daily here at 173.74 and bounced down off of it right back into consolidation. Beautiful play here. So what am I looking for here? More consolidation. This would have to be a consolidation play. What am I looking for? Maybe a bounce off of 173.34 and a continuation down, right, into this consolidation, most likely. That's what I'd have to look for here. But my yen pairs are not that clear for us today. New Zealand dollar did break through, really did have a nice breakthrough, really broke out of that consolidation zone off 2-4 and was working on the 5th bar, finally broke through the trend line, broke through the consolidation zone, and is up there all by itself. Now it may come down to 86.85 and then, you know, head back up off of that. I don't know if it's got enough juice to come all the way down there. If it doesn't, another area to look for it to bounce off of, that's an area of support, clear area of support, is 8,700. So it could come down to 8,700 and then bounce off of that and head upward. Right now, because of the breakout that we've had on this pair, we've got to look for a buy here on the New Zealand dollar. So look at the 8,700 zone. Guys, I'm looking for another day of unfoldment in this market. I see potential opportunities lining up, and I'm telling you about them right now. So for me, the euro dollar is, I'm looking for a buy. The dollar Swiss, I'm looking for a sell off those areas that we discussed. Pound dollar is looking like consolidation, which I'm not going to play it. I'm not playing the dollar yen. I'm not playing the Aussie dollar. They all look like consolidation for the time being. Euro yen as well. Pound yen looks like a consolidation play as well still. New Zealand dollar looks like a buy. It looks like it's going to come down to 8,700 and bounce off of that to the upside. That's what I'm going to look for there. Dollar CAD is in consolidation again, guys. It's just in consolidation. There's a lot of consolidation here, to be honest with you. You know, even though this sold off from the top at 1.0907, well, 1.0907 was where our trend line was, and the high was 1.0897, so it got to within 10 pips of our trend line here, sold off, reached down back to the bottom where it is now, and we haven't broken out of consolidation, so we're back in the consolidation. Just looking at this chart, it makes me want to take a buy, okay? So it looks like a consolidation buy off of that. Until we see a breakout of this channel, we've got to take buys. And that's what we're going to be looking for there. So I'm looking for a buy on the dollar CAD right from its lows here at 1.0827 or wherever it is. Looking for a buy there. New Zealand dollar looks clear though. It really does look like a breakout. We could have a pullback down to 8,700, but it looks like it wants to go there. Pound yen looks like a consolidation. Euro yen looks like consolidation. Aussie dollar looks like consolidation. Dollar yen still looks like consolidation. You know, until we see a breakout of these channels, we're going to have to look for that. Pound dollar looks like consolidation. You know, actually, all these pairs still look like consolidation, guys. I'm talking out of both sides of my mouth here, but I definitely see consolidation play in most of these. I'm going to be careful, though, to watch the euro dollar and the dollar Swiss approaching those areas of support at 135.71 to see what it does on the euro dollar. And I'm going to be watching carefully at 0.8977 on the dollar Swiss to see if there's a bounce point and opportunity there, even for 20, 30, 40 pips there on the dollar Swiss and on the euro dollar. A bounce to the upside on the euro, bounce down on the dollar Swiss. And that's what I've got for today, guys. I know that's not super clear, but I think things are going to make themselves much more clear tomorrow, and that'll give us more opportunities to play with this market. Having said that, happy trading. I look forward to seeing you guys in our next session tomorrow. I'm pretty sure that we're going to have much more clear signals. All the best. Bye-bye.